7th, 2025. Senator Katrina Fry Shelley. She introduced me to the Senate, the coercive control bill. What do you think happened to it? Got referred to the Judiciary Committee. But I need to tell you more about that particular. Before I do so, let's make sure everyone understands what is a coercive control bill. Coercive control refers to a pattern of behavior used by one person to dominate, manipulate, and intimidate another within an intimate or familial relationship. It encompasses acts such as assault, threats, humiliation, emotional abuse, and isolation. The goal is to harm, punish, and frighten your victim through fraudulent representations. It often refers to specific types of behavior. The Coercive Control Bill, Senate Bill 927, sitting in the Senate right now, offers a definition for coercive behavior. I have reviewed it. I agree. I am a lawyer, so I have some input on that. I agree with a lot of the things that are listed there, but I think they left out a few. The bill itself, whenever this is called status information. It's about the bill that's in the Senate on coercive control. Interestingly enough, after it was introduced and read in by Senator Shelley, if you look at other bills, what happens a lot of times, other senators or other representatives will jump on board. After it's read, you start seeing, when you look through the history of it and say, this particular representative, this particular senator has asked for the bill to be added as a sponsor to the bill. I don't see any other name on there for Senator Shelley. I think part of that has to do with how the public, as well as maybe our legislators, as well as our police department, are not educated to this form of abuse. It is real, people, and it is real damaging. Now, the interesting thing is back in 2019 and 2020, both of those years, I want to say it was WBTW, did a series on coercive control, emotional abuse, psychological warfare. Also, running for re-election, I believe at the time, Senator Luke Rankin, who, if you recall, wanted to call him and said he was involved in domestic violence. Seems to me that was on his mind. You know who is in control and who the chairman is about the committee on the Judiciary and Senate? Luke Rankin. He has the ability to assign this bill to a subcommittee. He has the ability, if he wanted to, put it on his agenda and walk it all the way through and make sure it gets done. This bill has been put in a folder in a dust-covered box in a back corner of the closet in the Judiciary Committee's office. I challenged him to go back there and find it and bring it out and assign a committee to it. Let's extremely important. Now, going back to the bill and how it defines controlling behavior. According to this proposed bill, and granted, this can change. This bill does need some work, okay? But it's a start. It's some bones. It's something to deal with, not to start with. Controlling behavior also, excuse me, I'm going to get to the next thing, which is types of behavior. This bill lays out types of behavior to look for. Now, I don't know if you saw or you remember, but there was an interview that was done of me that said, hey, do you think, what do you think about the police? What they did? Well, here's what I think. I think the police didn't have anything to look to. They show up, they look for bruises. They look for black eyes. They look for scratches. They look for those types of things. And not seeing any, no crime here. They don't have a law to look to. Now, let me read you some of these behaviors. Now, had this been a bill and a law at the time, the police officers would have had something to look to and to gauge it. The offense of coercive control of another person may include, but is not limited to, the following types of behavior. The very first one, isolating a person from their family and friends. In and of that something is not a crime. Next is depriving a person of their basic needs, food, shelter, clothing. The next one is monitoring a person's time. That's done a number of ways. Trackers, PIs, looking through their cell phones, looking at what they're doing online, driving by the job, who you talking to, where you at. D, subsection D, monitoring a person via online communication tools and using spyware. The interesting thing here is when people are married and the police are called to a domestic situation, usually what happens is they're told by the police officers, because this is what they get to go to, is, ma'am, sir, this sounds like a domestic issue. You need to go see a family court lawyer, or you need to go file something in family court. Well, the first thing that a coercive control abuser does is take away your money, take away your transportation, and your way of communication, and the friends that support you. How are you going to get to it? How are you going to pay for it? Going on to the next one. E says taking control over aspects of a person's everyday life, including where the person may go, who the person may see, what a person may wear, and when a person may sleep. Next is depriving a person access to support services and medical services. Next is repeatedly insulting a person, including expressing the person's workings. Enforcing rules and activities in the home that humiliate, that degrade, and dehumanize a person. Next is forcing a person to take part in criminal activity, including shoplifting and neglect or abuse of children. Children are often used as tools and weapons against the one that they want to dominate. They also encourage the person's self-blame and prevent disclosure to authorities. If you tell, this is what's going to happen to you. Next is financial abuse, including control of finances and only allowing a person a punitive allowance. You don't need to get your hair done. It looks fine. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that boots. You got plenty. Next is threats to hurt or kill. That's a lot. Threats to a child, threats to reveal or publish private information or extort a person or a member of the person's family in retaliation by legal or other means. Assault. Most people think of assault plus the battery. Assault and battery. Assault is in the fear. Someone placing you in fear. Raising my hand, my fist to you. You're afraid I'm going to hit you. That's an assault. Usually what happens after an assault is the battery, where the hand or the fist comes down. Assault doesn't leave bruises, but it sure does on the psyche of the person who's experienced it. After that is rape. Non-consensual, of course, is what that means. Sex that both parties don't agree to. There's no past in your marriage. Preventing a person from having access to transport from work. Taking their car away from them. They lose their job. They can't go to their mamas. They can't, go see their friend who's their confidant, one that they can lean on. Can't take the children to the daycare to get to the job. Transportation impacts a lot of areas. Those are the types of behaviors that are listed by this bill. I have developed what's called the MICA's list. MICA's list tracks what the bill says. And we put together things that she journaled, diary, or put together to say happened. Please keep in mind that John Paul Miller has never been arrested for domestic violence. He's never been arrested for any harm against Micah. And everything that's put in here, quite frankly, is her words on paper. I have no reason not to believe her. And in fairness, you need to understand that what I'm about to read are things that Micah alleged in her writings in journal. I'm not going to go through the ones that we just went through. I'm going to go through the ones that I suggest and recommend that the Judiciary Committee consider asking the subcommittee that hopefully will be assigned very soon to consider. General emotional abuse. All of this together is emotional abuse, psychological abuse. It's psychological warfare. Ignoring requests and commands to stop. To leave me alone. Go away. Cruelty to your pets. That one's used just like children. Destruction of property. Keying cars. Slashing tires. Whatever that may be. Destruction of the supporting evidence that the alleged victim had in mind to use against the perpetrator. Misuse of legal documents. Sending letters such as cease and desist to threaten to file lawsuits or threaten to take other legal action. Some improper use of the legal system. I don't know how many people would ever get a letter from a lawyer who would not be concerned or afraid. That's what we do when we send those letters. We threaten to sue you. Next, I would suggest is misuse of legal documents. Excuse me, I'm sorry to say. Misuse of law enforcement. Calling the police for no reason. Gaslighting, saying something happened that didn't happen. somebody they can do something and turn around and call the cops on them and tell them you didn't say that. Whatever. That's such a waste of time of taxpayers' money. Law enforcement need to be doing other things than that. But it's intimidating. Then you find yourself having to defend yourself against something you didn't. Misuse of the legal process. Filing divorce actions, dragging in the court, dropping them, filing them again, dropping them, filing other papers in the court. Using the court system not for legitimate purposes, but for purposes of intimidation and control. Another factor should be adultery, promiscuity. Another should be stealing a person's identity. Folks, do y'all know in today's time, technology, we can control everything from our phone. We can start our car. We can slam on brakes. We can turn up the heat. We can turn down the cold. Our domestic violence statute is archaic. We got to get it up to times, up to today standards, taking into consideration all the things and ways that a person who wants to control and intimidate can use. I would refer to that as cyber or technology abuse. Medical abuse, making a person take medication that they're not prescribed, making them do other things, denying them access to medical care. Lots of different things that can happen there under medical abuse. Spiritual abuse. And that's when I'm saying church abuse, but it really should say position of authority abuse. If your loved one works for you or you work for them, they have a position of authority on you. How you like that? You don't like what I say to do? You don't do what I tell you to do? You just lost your job. And then whenever you go and do all this list of things that I want you to do, I might let you come back. That's also financial control. Phone calls to everybody. Explain everything. Call your mama, call your sister, call your brother, call your daddy, call your lawyer. Call everybody. Explain. And the last, of course, from my perspective, is physical abuse that doesn't leave marks. Shove against the wall. The hand around the throat to hold against the wall just long enough and tight enough where you can't move, but it won't leave a mark. Holding you down, pulling you up. Those are physical abuse that don't leave marks. Police come, they don't see marks. This will give them a tool that they need. There needs to be education about what force and control is. Someone who's not lived in it, part of it, sometimes has some difficulty wrapping their mind around what this is. Force and control is basically like a psychological warfare. It'll damage the very soul of a person. It'll make them doubt and lose their self-confidence, and especially their self-worth. And they'll give up. They'll give up on being happy. And they'll survive and trudge through day by day. What this family wants you to do is to help this. We want Micah's law. We want the coercive control bill to be looked at, taken seriously, put some time into it. And somebody make an amendment. Add your name as a sponsor, make an amendment, and call it Micah's law. What can you do? And each of you do specifically. Sometimes we feel like we're not effective. We can't do certain things. Getting this law on the books will help. So, what we have done these are purple folders or envelopes that have all been stuck and addressed to every member in the House of Representatives that are on the Judiciary Committee. There's also one in there for every senator that's on the Judiciary Committee. So y'all look for your purple envelopes. Now, what the public can do here is hold your legislators accountable. What have they been doing? Take a look at it. Contact your legislators, both in the House and in the Senate. Let them know you're mad. Let them know you're on board. Let them know that you are their constituent. They want your vote next year. They better get this done. You can call them. Their numbers are published online. The website to go to is www.scstatehouse.gov. If you don't know who your senator is for your district, you don't know who your house or your representative is in the House, you can go on that website, put in your address, and it'll tell you who that person is. So I would encourage you to reach out to whoever is representing your district, either in the Senate and the House. But don't forget those who are on the Judiciary Committee. So go there and you can look for the Judiciary Committee, both in the Senate and the House, and get the names of everybody there that's serving on that committee. They make it very easy. They have a place online there where you can submit an electronic message to them. You don't need to go do all of this work. You simply go online, fill out the form, submit it, and they'll have it. If you want to do a letter, but you just don't know what to say in it exactly, I have created a template form that's available for anybody who would like. You can use it just like it is, or you can change it up, use it as inspiration, or write whatever you want. But please get those letters out there. You can also send them an email saying the same thing. Those email addresses are published on that scstatehouse.gov website. And then next, put on your calendar nowadays. They have a thing called tracking that field. Track that field. Thank you to everybody for being here and for your patience. I know everybody was looking forward to seeing the drama in the courthouse or in the courtroom. There was never going to be any drama in the courtroom. It is not a live testimony type of hearing. Nobody got on the stand. Nobody would be cross-examined, that kind of thing. It's simply a packet of papers that would be presented to the judge while we sat in silence while she reviewed the information and made her decision. So we do appreciate your standing out in the heat too and waiting for us. And it's
there are training orders that went out today. Where were those for Micah? Because you represented her. So where were they?
No orders have been signed by any judge at that time.
How come they didn't go out for Micah?
There was a request for restraining orders for Micah. But unfortunately, Micah passed away before we got to it. But there were precedents there. So, as I said earlier, what we would like to do is keep the focus on the coercion control, i.e. Micah's law. I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody has with regard to that. We'd like to keep the focus there. If you have questions for the family about anything else, ask that be done at a separate time. Yes, sir, in the back.
It's related to Micah's law. Do you believe the SC justice system failed Micah? Current SC justice system. Do you believe that when granted had a one of the biggest threats in the judiciary like your representatives, have you done more to seek to reforms of the common or do you believe it's the common law?
Yes, that's a very good question. So, as it always is, there's two sides to every story, right? There's the side of the story that the position that the family takes that Mr. Miller is somehow responsible for her death, whether that's directly or indirectly. Obviously, it's been declared self-inflicted, so that is off the table. raise questions about whether this type of behavior will drive someone to take their own life. We do not know what was inside of Micah's head. If, of course, her husband takes the position that she had a mental illness, that she didn't have her medication, and that the reason she did what she did was because of a mental illness, specifically bipolar. So to say that the judiciary failed her, because I don't know what really got her to that point, I have some suspicions, but I do know this. Based on all of the stuff that I have reviewed, things in the journals that Micah left in my possession, tell me that a lot of these behaviors happen, assuming that what she said is true, and I have no reason to believe it wasn't. If the law had been in place at the time, she could have reported these types of behaviors, and the police would have been able to look to that particular law, assuming that when they went to the governor for signature, that it would be in the same format, or better, or harsher, or whatever. So I think that is a possibility, but to say for certainty is not possible. What I do know for certainty is that there are people who are being victims of manipulative and psychological abuse that's often overlooked, and this bill will help every one of those people, as well as those wives, women, and men as well. So it's not gender specific. This happens on both sides.
Do you know if this kind of law is in other states, this kind of protection?
Yes, thank you very much for asking that. You actually meant to touch on that. When I mentioned about WBTW doing their special on this type of abuse back in 2020, I believe it was. Interestingly enough, go look it up. South Carolina made headlines for being one of the 4 states that was considering coercive control. Of the 4 was South Carolina, Hawaii, Connecticut, and California. Guess who's got laws on their books? Hawaii, California, and Connecticut. South Carolina doesn't. What did we miss?
Attorney Porter, if Michael's law gets passed, will it apply retroactively?
I wouldn't say that it would, because it's up to the legislature, but I'm pretty sure that would not be fair to anybody anywhere. Usually whenever a law is passed, or a bill is passed and signed into law, it usually comes with an effective date. So there would be some date that would be effective, and from that date forward, anything that violates that bill would be considered constitutional. That's it. I'm sorry.
I've got a court document here from Surfside Court, Magistrate Court. On March 26th, Micah Miller filed a restraining order, which was dismissed without prejudice. Were you representing her at that time? Can you comment on why that was dismissed? Would this law have changed that?
I think that's a little bit of a misnomer. This is another part of the problem. Is whenever you are married and you're being harassed by your spouse, and you can't get into family court or whatever, most people think about, hey, when somebody's harassing me, we all know you get revenge. You go to the magistrate court and ask them to issue a restraining order. Now this person leave me alone, right? That works really well for your neighbor or your whoever that's bothering you, because you can show, hey, they texted me. I said, don't text me anymore. Right after that, they sent me this long document, right? So whenever people who are married go to the magistrate court seeking that type of restraining order, they can fill out the paperwork, but then the judge will most likely look at it and say, this sounds like a family court matter, right? Because you're married. And so they feel that the jurisdiction really belongs to the family court. Now, there is a small exception to that. If you look at the law, it says that the magistrate court can issue those types of restraints like family court can whenever the family court is closed. So usually the judges like to stay in their lane. They don't want their order papers overturned and that sort of deal. So if it's a possibility to refer them to a family court when they're married, that's what they're going to do. She just went to the wrong place for that. No, I wasn't representing her at the time, but I wish I would have been. Yes, ma'am.
So can you talk about the testosterone allegation?
I'm not going to talk about any of those things.
What portion of the law, of Micah's law, would apply to those allegations?
Okay, so as it's written, probably be assault. Okay, the suggestion that I have to be medical abuse or that type of thing. It's also a form of battery. Somebody something against their will. Battery, actually, people think of a battery as it leaves a room. You do this to me, and I don't like it, that's a battery. But if you not touch me, and you did, that's a battery. You accidentally walk into me going down the hall, it's not a battery. It's an intent. Yes, ma'am. Okay, thank you very much. That reminds me of something else I should have told everyone. If we have set up the email address, it's called Justice for Micah Tips, TIPS. That's, of course, when we set up people to send them tips. But if you want to send us an email to that particular email address, and we can get your contact information. Okay, well, thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Very good question. Thank you for that. Okay, so this law, if it goes into effect, will be considered a felony. The suggestion is that it carries up to 10 years in prison. With it being a felony, police can't really lock up on site. If the police see you committing a crime in front of their very eyes, of course they can arrest you for that. Whatever you commit, whatever it's this many levels of elements and proofs that are required, what would happen at that point is the police officer would say, this seems like this might be corruption control, and then go to a magistrate who can issue a warrant if the magistrate determines there's probable cause. So if the magistrate compares the facts and things that are being relayed to them by the officer, then the magistrate would have the ability to issue that warrant and everything.
Just for clarification, S927 is the bill that you're supporting. You said it wasn't quite right, but you said it was a good start. That's the bill you want amended to be Micah's law. If you want to see changes to it, do you want to see a new bill? Do you want to see senators reaching out to you to kind of craft this legislation?
Thank you for that question. I had actually, in the letter that I'm sending to them, making some of my suggestions. I'm happy to read it to you here. But basically, the clear goal of the bill is to avoid any person from being psychologically and systematically abused. I had come up with 16 additional factors that I felt like were missing from the bill. I also believe that the bill needs to include mandatory ankle monitors for those who are arrested. Obviously, the person is, it's like to follow you around doing things to intimidating, riding by where you are, so you see them. So I think an ankle monitor will be a good part of the condition of a bond for someone who's been arrested for that charge. I believe that it would be prudent to require that a portion of those fines, those fees, those ankle monitors, costs, and anything else which should be allocated to a domestic violence fund. We used to have costs here, Citizens Against Violence, and the funding's really dried up.
So it's always a question of how do we pay for these things? So I think that the percentage of the fines and costs and things associated with that type of charge should be allocated to the domestic violence, to a domestic violence fund. I think the funds should be collected and paid to use as salaries to hire at least one attorney in every county, state of South Carolina, to offer free legal representation to victims of domestic violence. Coercive control is actually part of the domestic violence statute that we have. It will be a part of it. So it's not a separate thing. It's actually requesting an amendment to the South Carolina domestic violence laws. In other words, adding another section to the title. The additional thing that's there is basically try to get some representation. People are confused by the legal system, and so it would be really nice if they could count on legal representation. They don't have any money that they count on financially, they can count on transportation, etc. So those are some of the things. I also think that they should look at things like wrapping up first offense, second offense, third offense, those kinds of things, and making it
You spoke about how the criminal justice system is really good at suicide, failing the intent of the civil court system to hold or to attempt to hold Pastor JP civilly liable.
As I've stated many times, we're collecting information to determine whether that will happen. I don't think it's made for that specifically, but right now we're just research and investigating. Yes, ma'am. So the first thing I will disclose my partnership. You have great support. Have to help me back years ago. Yeah. And I just want to say that there are so many people in the community that try to help me. I'm one of them. I pay for help. Just don't forget about those who need your support. Absolutely. And this coercive control bill is just an extension of the existing domestic violence that covers the physical abuse as well. And so it would just be another extension of that. Yes, ma'am.
Cynthia, what is going to hold the police accountable, even if, because obviously this law is taking time, how can we make them aware? How can we, I mean, we're doing it now, but they need to be held accountable too to be more, perceptive, of what's going on. And sometimes if somebody has a lot of money in the community or a lot of ties, they will take sides. So,
Thank you for the comment. The abuses, victims are somewhat random. So it's not just about Micah. So no one's being forgotten. It's all about victims. We're just asking for it to be on Micah's law because so many people have paid attention to this situation. All eyes are on it. People are paying attention. And we really want people to educate. We want our police to be educated. They're not trained in it because it doesn't exist in law. They're trained to look for the things they know in law that are for crime. Okay? So we say hold the police accountable. As I stated before, when they arrive on the scene and the spouse is saying, she took my wallet, won't give it back, and he has my keys and won't let me leave the house, then the officer is going to diffuse the situation. Okay? And it's a domestic situation. People get in fights, fights or to being married too. It's all abusive, but sometimes it gets to a place where someone calls the police because they want something to happen. And so the police will look at it and say, well, I don't see any bruises on you, sir. I don't see anything like that. It's your that sort of thing. So if it's not a physical abuse thing or a physical manifestation of the abuse, made into law, of course, I would imagine that there would be some form of training because it would be a new law that they would have to be familiar with and learn how to identify the elements that are sensitive. I think what you imagine.
Yeah, with a barrier to the office and stuff, how they say something like others in domestic matter. How exactly does the law change how very how complaints are very other than I mean obviously it's good protection but does it change regarding marriage?
Right. So I don't think anybody should be afraid that if I call the police saying, that this particular thing is happening when it's really may not rise to the level of a crime, she's yelling at me, won't leave me alone, kind of thing, whatever is going on. With this bill, what happens, as I said before, the police cannot do anything about it. What they do is they will look at the totality of the circumstances. Okay, it's going to require that there be different things. I think if you saw me say, when the police show up at your house 15 times, something's going on. Okay, but the police don't have anything to look to say, what does it mean when you get around 15 times? Okay, that would be an element to prove coercive control. That would be one. And the law needs to figure out what the combination is, or how many things. I think there's a suggestion of 2 behaviors. I don't know what it'll end up being. Maybe that's too many, maybe that's too few. I don't know. Okay, so it is super hot.
More quick question regarding protest. There was a protest last Sunday. Is that helpful? Not helpful? Could you guide us there and put the payments which are as far as moving forward with things such as that?
Yeah, thank you very much. I haven't spoken to the family specifically about that, but I think I have an idea of what they would say. They want your support here. You don't need to be running around Mr. Miller's house and back door and across the church, okay? We've already got the message out, and Micah's life is going to matter, regardless of whatever the reason was of what happened to her. Her life is going to leave a legacy, and her life is going to not be. That's where we need to focus now. We need to focus on that, because the other things that happen or may happen, we can't undo those. We can't undo those things that allegedly happened to Micah. But what we can do is move forward and be supportive that hopefully there won't be any other victims that got to this level. That's where we need to focus now.
Is it true that you guys investigated the death or their numbers? This is one speculation about the death investigation or death.
Yeah, we're getting away from coercive control now with that question.
Can you say the email one more time where people can reach out?
Justice for Micah, TIPS, TIPS. So at gmail.com.
So current state law states that if you want to get someone convicted for stalking and harassment, at least you have to show 2 or more patterns of that within a 90-day period. It sounds like Micah, she made multiple police reports. I spoke to Jimmy Richardson, the 15th Circuit solicitor. He said that stalking and harassment here in South Carolina, that's pretty easy to prove. So, in your perspective, why weren't any arrests made?
Well, I can't speak to that. I'm not the authority that was there to, police officers make judgment calls on when to arrest someone. If they're not sure or if they see, different types of behavior that require issuance of a warrant, or they've learned of different types of behavior that may issue a warrant, then that's what the police, that's what's available to them to do. Okay, thank you so much to everyone. We do appreciate your support, appreciate standing out here in the hot, bearing with us. This is an important thing. We want to make a difference in this world. We want to make a difference for your neighbor, your loved ones, that are sitting on the pew next to you in church or wherever you are. A lot of people suffer in silence over this. And this, the Victim's Path, should be an empowering moment for those who are victims.
Justice for Micah.
Justice!
Holy moly.
Can I? God bless you. You can take that part. Is this yours?
You gotta go in there and cool down for a second.
All right. I just had to hold the mic out there for a little bit, just so. You're welcome. All right, hold on one second. All right. What's up, everybody? The purple folders. The purple folders have uh, letters to each of the representatives. State lawmakers, asking them to advocate for the bill Micah's law. I took a separate recording. Of the audio, so that way if I have to link it up, then I'll go ahead and link it up. Give me 1 second here.
We need to look further together, right?
Hold on 1 second.
Love your dress.
Alexandra Quaso, ALEXANDRACUOZZ.
Tina Mattingly, TINAMTINGLY.
Now I'm here in support there.
I'll speak. What do you want to speak about?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's like your first last name. Gina, GINAMORS.
Relation to the church. In Mecca, we just went to high school together, but we weren't friends. I just know her from classes.
I have no relation to Micah, but I'm here in support of her for domestic violence.
So I guess what we're doing, guys, what was, like, your, what was gonna be push to be different?
The push to be here was just to raise awareness that South Carolina and some other states do need to change laws on domestic violence. It doesn't always leave a mark. It doesn't always come in a cookie cutter fashion. There are many elements to it, just like in Micah's situation, where her husband should have been held accountable many times.
And what were some of the, you saw Micah's behavior, upset, or she upset, or anything?
I didn't see her. Yeah. Everybody else has.
And knowing that this, what was your reaction? I mean, finding out that this had been in the House and the Senate for a few years now, and it's just been sitting there.
It's infuriating. It's something that I'm definitely going to change about myself. I'm not one to usually email representatives and do all that kinds of stuff, but in order to support Micah, I think I'm going to start tonight.
Do you think this is almost kind of like what Attorney Ford said? This is almost pushing for Micah's situation. Do you agree with that?
I absolutely do. Yeah.
She will not be forgotten.
No.
What do you think this, having this type of discussion today, what do you think, I guess, kind of means, to the community, also nationally?
Yeah, I think locally it's just going to open more people's eyes. Maybe people will believe more. Yeah. You don't just protest outside the church to yell and scream. You want to wake up the conversation as to what manipulation, control, and all of that is, and how to get out of it. But they seem very hesitant to want to speak with us, which is okay. But we have talked to a few, and hopefully we open some people's eyes.
Some said that they've gotten
I just wanted to add that what I was speaking about there was that I'm a counselor. I'm trying to donate counseling services towards domestic violence people so that all the proceeds go to Micah's family for whatever capacity, whether it be to her missions, whether it be to their legal fees, food, lodging, whatever. My hands aren't going to be on it, but the lawyer did seem to be interested in that, so they took my name and number. So it's obviously not up yet, but yeah, I'm hoping that happens soon. This needs to stop. This needs to stop. She should be here.
I'm here to stand up and be a voice for the women who can't right now, or the ones that want to. And I'm going to stand up, call for this, and keep fighting for women in domestic violence situations. They don't end up.
And it's a protest. I was there last Sunday, and we'll continue to stand with these girls every Sunday until, I'm just going to say it, until he's in cuffs, until that church is shut down. Like, I will be there. We are there to wake them up. We're not there, when I approached, when Trisha started walking towards me last Sunday, and I approached her, I think maybe she was talking about me when she said, I want to talk to the woman who called me a coward. I'm not trying to very similar to Micah's ex-stepfather-in-law. I'm not in it to put shame or guilt on anybody. That's not it. We just need them to wake up to the fact of this case. Acknowledge that beautifully. Oh, he's no God. That was mine. JP's not God. That was the chant I came up with.
Like it happened recently in Florida to another one that goes to like, I don't remember her name off the top of my head, but it's happened way too much. It's something every day about being abused, that their spouses raped or killed by their spouses. So it's just sad. It just needs to stop. It just needs to stop. The more awareness that we can bring to it, we will. I didn't know Micah, but this story has touched my heart, and I feel that I need to be a voice for Micah since she's not
we would try our very hardest to do so. And we will continue to protest outside the church. We will.
Yes.
We've
I
become
didn't
really good
know
friends.
Micah either, but I was a Micah. And everything that lawyer spoke today is exactly what it's like. It is an atrocious thing to go through.
Going through. Another Me Too movement.
In this family, Gabby Petito's family, they're just wonderful families that have to go through the tragedies that they've gone through. And we stand for them all.
Joanna, South Carolina too. It's just, they're still looking for answers.
We don't want anything to get forgotten because that tends to happen in cases like this. This has become too common, and we won't stand for it.
We can't let it be common.
There are also overlapping issues here, I believe. The church has sexual offenders, numerous sexual offenders working there, and there's children going to that church. So this pastor has to know about this. He's the top guy. So there's, like I said, there's several layers going on here, and I hope the FBI.
Thank you.
There is one thing that
If you are Micah's stepfather,
Thank you.
honey, I heard you yesterday.
I wasn't too loud, right?
Oh, you need to be loud. And I'm telling you, yeah, you are.
I'm pretty strong.
I'm either on. No, I'm just working on this for 2 days.
Doing it, it's like something. Like I said, it's not just about changing, or we want to wake up to that.
Yes. One of these
No, all through the board.
Can you share it with me before you post it?
I'd be more people than that.
Okay. If I look like an idiot, I don't want to get posted because I'm not good in front of the camera.
Yeah. Definitely just show up and read that.
I'm Jeremy's stepdad, and I was there at the church in 2010.
Towards the end,
He was just acting very don't know about it, don't know about it, don't know about it. I spoke to one person that used to be in the church last Sunday, and when I found out that she used to be involved in the church, being that I am a counselor and very closely involved in domestic violence situations, in cult-like situations, I just wanted to ask her the question of how long she attended that church and how and why she did. And really the response that I got was, he's so charismatic. And if any of the Solid Rock members are listening to this, as a Christian that's a gospel girl that reads the Bible all the time, I am going to just ask you to pick that Bible up and read the pages in that Bible. And it will become extremely clear and quickly that JP is not a God, and that what he is saying is not of God, and it is not of that book. But that was what her response to me was, that he was just a great public speaker and entertaining and charismatic. Well, that's not a preacher.
When the gentleman came
All right.
and we're church, he said no. So I asked him, why didn't he attend the church there? He said because she didn't like the drama and some of the things that were in the church. And I said, well, maybe you should follow up and go along with it.
way and not call that from a church. Is there how many people in the church?
I'd say about 30.
30 to 40.
So that's a significant decrease.
Yeah, from 800.
I mean, you guys have been there every Sunday since it's tried to be part of the week. Yeah, trying to have you guys start going, right?
Yes.
And so you can see like less and less and less people each weekend.
Yes,
Really.
definitely. And like I said, the guy in the red shirt, he was very confused at first, and then he was kind of playing ignorance. And I just reminded him, ignorance isn't bliss. Here are facts. I can only put facts on these boards. These men have all been, and the women at the bottom have all been in that church. They've been around children. They've been around everyone, and they should. People should not be people in power. They should not be leadership. They should.
They were very vulgar. They were flipping us off. They were very vulgar to us. We didn't do that to them. We weren't swearing or making faces and flipping anybody off. You know, CJ was there. It wasn't like that. We were very respectful.
If somebody wanted to
To show up.
Facebook or anything.
As long as I told.
Oh, and that's justice for Micah. We just keep
Yes.
posting
No.
it. We just tell us we just post it as much as we can, and if some of the media or somebody else wants to spread the word, they don't have to know Micah. We're there just to raise awareness.
And come and pick up one of these and put them around your communities so that we can help the family as much as possible. And you know, I don't give up my church time, but I go to church. The girls know I had to leave to go to church myself, but I will be there every Sunday.
So what's the end game?
The end game is to have them in cuffs and have the church shut down.
So if the church is shut down, he's going to go say bye.
Yep. There will be no need.
There until episodes.
Yep.
And yeah, if you search Justice for Micah on Facebook and look through the events, it's very easy. Or you can search my Facebook name, Allie, Alley, last name Cuozzo, Cuozzo. That part of my profile is public. Everything else is pretty private, but you can.
We've been seeing your posts.
Yeah.
We shared what was going on Sunday.
Thank you.
So, yeah, everyone on JLR investigates.
Okay.
Appreciate
You have
you.
already questions that you're gonna ask?
So that's why
I don't want to go back to my memory. I probably messes up on here. I don't want to look like.
Okay. And if that's
You
the
couldn't.
Thanks for being here.
You look like a fool.
And if that's the case, yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go back and re-say it. However,
Okay.
You have a register.
You got good.
I couldn't find your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Okay.
See, you're talking about.
Okay, so that's what happened right before I came here. Okay, I parked a million miles away. Okay. Craziness. I know. I did too. I'm way back over there. Well, I thought it was worth the drive. It was worth the drive. No, I live in.
Alrighty.
Traveling for it.
Yeah.
You're not leaving. What are you gonna do? Just get more shots and stuff?
For right now, I'm gonna be hanging out for a little bit longer. So, have you been to each protest that's taken place in front of the church? So, what? So, like over time, what did the numbers look like over time? Like for each one, how many has there been total? Okay, 2. How many? So, how many people do you think was there at the first one that you were there? Like half or
it's okay. This is all, and it's all.
a majority?
No, I'd say 50.
Oh, so from right away.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
so
When
it.
you say that's right, we were the first one.
So like,
I'd say that the first people in the church were about 50, dropping down to about 30.
really?
More.
So the first protest, was there people showing up and then leaving, or it just that's all that was showing up? That's it. So the majority of the people woke up. It's just the remainder that have some kind of ties.
I'm gonna tell you something.
It's really hard to look at those kind of allegations
Yeah.
and proof paperwork that the people there last week were not willing to look at.
Right.
And not say something's very wrong.
Right. Well, I've kind of wondered. You remember that guy in the orange pastel shirt? I'm wondering what. I'm wondering if he's gonna be there next weekend. You think so?
He will. He will.
Because I know when that.
I hope he's in there telling everybody that was the way. But no, we didn't break through him. I think that.
Well, there was a little part where somebody else was there, and he said, "Yeah, my church is over here." Asked him how many members there were. He said about 100, and he was like, "Oh, right over here, here." And he's like, "Yeah." Oh, okay. That
100 in Solid Rock?
no, at this church, there's a guy that came up and was talking to us, and he had mentioned during that talk when he was out there that he goes to another church right down the road. I'm not from here, so I'm not familiar with the roads or directions, but he said that there was 100 people that were going to that church, and he's like, "Oh, really?" And he goes, "Oh, you mean off of this road or whatever?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, that road." And he's like, "Oh, okay." So that kind of made me go, maybe he's kind of like really thinking about, because it's obvious he hadn't seen the paperwork.
He was one of the ones that were flipping.
I know. Oh yeah, yeah. He was. Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you another thing. We're not on phone right now, right?
On the phone. I mean, I'm on right now. Yeah. Don't say it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I received with some the groups.
Yeah.
But I didn't know. I had to read a little quote as to who do you think lured her to the state?
Right.
And that's all I put, right?
Yeah. I went there yesterday. Yes, and I'm telling you right now, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense.
There's another case that's going on. It's called Justice for Johanna.
Justice for Johanna out of Florence. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Let me get rid of this.
Somebody deleted my original post. Prayers for justice. Prayers and justice for Johanna, but there's two sites. There's two sites for justice for Johanna, but this one's prayers and justice for Johanna.
So it's the right one is prayers and justice?
Yep. This
Okay.
is where I got my message from, but there is another site if you want to look it up further. It's a community page, and it's Justice for Johanna.
Okay.
They reached out to me when I made that. Nobody else commented on it but this person. And it says, yes, our family is from Florence, South Carolina, where the Millers started their churches. Ironically, our estate cases involving missing millions got moved to the same probate court Micah's estate is now in. You want me to take a picture of that for you? JLR.
Yeah.
We had friends who lost money to the Miller family, allegedly almost $700,000. When the Millers would go to sell a church in Florence, it would suspiciously just burn down. We have so many stories, and then somebody deleted my thing, so I can't read the rest of it.
Really?
We're giving more information, yes.
Wow. Can I get a quick shot of that? So, and it doesn't. Oh, wow.
So.
And that's because you asked who lured.
All that was one sentence. Everybody bypassed it. It's on the group, and this person is the only person that came up and replied. It's beyond scary. It is. I don't do scary. I don't do what CJ does, by the way. CJ, I'll take it.
Okay. Thank you. Because I went out there yesterday because I wanted to experience it for myself. Like, you can only see so much from a video or photos until you go out there and experience the atmosphere, and it doesn't make sense. Like, it's almost like.
So what was your experience?
So, and I kind of went through it when I started my show today because I took GoPro footage when I went there. And
I want to go alone. I would have gone with you, but I don't want to go.
yeah, I'm going to be going back to explore it some more.
If you want to do that, you let me know and I'll go with you because I don't want to go alone. I've heard it's really dangerous and I do have a weapon, but I'm afraid to carry a weapon doing anything about this case because of
Yeah.
allegations.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I know you were doing. Oh, I found the original. I found the original. Yes. So we can read it all.
I got it.
We have it all.
Here, let me.
And the Millers will go to sell a church anymore until it's suspiciously just burned down. We have so many stories we could share. When we started exposing fraudulent assets transfers in my family's case, my wife was stalked, harassed, threatened, tire slashed, home broken into, computer devices hacked,
Whoa.
everywhere, and the list goes on and on. The corruption runs deep. We have sent tips into both tip lines and haven't gotten a response. The
Whoa.
attorney who facilitated what we believe to be fraudulent assets transfers also showed up unalive in 2023 after also ironically calling 911. So
What?
last year to say he was about to take his life, but lots of people have questions. Again, this is just an hour. From Myrtle Beach, meaning Florence. We have also picked up on other connections. Micah deserves justice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is that a photo or is that like an actual Facebook feed?
That's Facebook. They're on Facebook.
Do you know how to take screenshots? Can you take some and then can you send them to me? Yeah, let me give you my info here. That is, yeah.
I put it on. I don't think you'll believe me. I put it on. And then I went and put it back under my name and put it on there again. And nobody is like.
Really?
Yep. I mean, that's a wake up call right there. You know what I mean? Honey, this whole thing is a wake up. No, it is. I've been badly abused. I know.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's so related.
There's my phone number and then my YouTube channel. I would like to bring attention to that. Like because our team, they really dig into stuff, and I like that. There's a lot of similarities right there. Yeah.
It's got to be a family member. I'll show you.
Okay.
I'll show you the other page. The girl was very young.
Really?
This is yours. That's yours. I got my almost. Let me go just to the justice. Leatherberry is her name. Young girl. August 21st, 1971, and it's still in probate court.
Whoa.
Johanna was murdered. She had been assaulted and died as a result of gunshot and stab wounds. So there's these people know a lot about the
Yeah.
a lot.
So she put a message asking who lured her.
Who do you think lured her to the park?
And that group responded to her message.
About $700,000 missing,
Yeah.
millions of dollars. The churches were suspiciously burnt down, but they believe Reginald Wayne Miller did those.
Who do they think? Who did they think got her there? I think he killed her.
No, but they have a lot of information on the Millers. Is what it is.
I can mute it if you need me to mute it. Just let me.
Just don't let it. I don't want that on film that I just.
It's justice for Johanna Leatherberry.
Wow, 1971.
And they're still in probate court right here for her estate from 1971. It's still in probate court right here.
See, I knew that's why he did that. I know that's why he did
that. Yep. So you wonder if the Millers were even involved in this.
I left my
Oh wow.
when I was divorced, 2003, and we didn't even have any money. He just, I was in it to win it. I was badly abused. I mean, I had black eyes after black eyes. I had fractured cheekbone, broken collarbones. No, I didn't go through that kind of physical abuse. It was bad. Mine was different.
Sorry to hear that.
It was money. Yep. Would give me money. If I went out with my mother while the kids were in school, we would go for lunch. He would call the house. I wasn't there. When I got home after I picked up the kids from school, then I'd come home. And he'd call and he'd say, "Where were you?" I called the house. I said, "I went out to lunch with my mom." And he said, "No, you didn't." He said, "You went to see your boyfriend." And I said, "Call my mom and ask her." And he says, "No, because you told your mom to lie for you already." Yeah.
Wow.
It was awful.
Well, thank God you got out of that.
I got out of there. The last time he hit me is when my whole face, my whole side of my face was out here.
I'm sorry.
I kid you not, my cheek was.
Oh, wow.
Sorry. The next day, when he went to work, it happened on Saturday night. He was there Sunday. I just stayed away from him. I forgot to give him on Monday morning, or Monday afternoon. I just kept looking in the mirror at my face, and I said, "I can't. Something needs to be done right now." So I got on the phone and I called the abuse shelter, the abuse hotline, and they told me that I needed to go to the police station. So I had to pick up my kids from school, and I did that, and went to the police station. They interviewed me, everything, took pictures, and then
I've reached out to them.
social services
They know I'm
stepped in
backing them up.
and they told me I needed to get to the hospital to have my face checked because it was so bad. And when I took off my sunglasses, when the police officer looked at me and I took off my sunglasses, he went,
I'm telling them what I need to tell.
"Who the fuck does he think he is, Mike Tyson?"
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The police wanted him, they did. I told him I said, he's not coming back here.
Yeah,
They served an emergency order of
broke the
protection and
promise.
took it to
I did
his
it for
mother's house.
in
That
honor
night.
of my mother and my son.
Yeah.
Let him know not to come back to the house.
Yeah.
So basically, he broke the deal with me.
Wow.
So,
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad you got out.
he's got $5 million.
And thanks for sharing that. That's
You're buying planes and stuff,
it. You know what's crazy is that you when you talk to people, it's crazy how common it is. You know what I mean?
There's so many people that stay in it because they're so scared to get out of it.
Right.
They do take
Yeah.
your
Almost like you're like a motivation in a way. Yeah. Right. Your worth. Yeah.
If you leave me, I'm going to kill you, And I kept thinking that.
Well, and the things that you're going through, you believe it because of how traumatic and physical it is. Yeah.
All these years, and my daughter was 10, my son was 6. That night we had gone to my sister had married his brother.
Oh, wow.
What do you see? What do you see in this? What do you see?
Oh, wow.
And my sister's 30th birthday party, and we went to it, and I was sitting there with the girls, he was playing pool, with the guys and that, and all of a sudden he walks over to me, grabs my purse, throws it at me in front of everyone, right? And I was like, oh, and I just started shaking. I knew. And I told his brother, I don't want to go home with him. I said, I know it's going to happen. He said, I'll talk to you.
That probably just made it worse, huh?
Probably made it worse.
Yeah.
Because I told him that,
Yeah.
So I got into the driver's side because he had been drinking, and I got into the driver's side of the car, and he's trying to pull me out, and his brother goes, what's the big deal? Larry, you've been drinking, just let her drive home. So he's like, looks at me and goes, that's okay.
When did you leave?
You can drive.
She said, oh, like
So we
18
get
to
on.
19. And I'm like, oh, I said,
It's a few miles before we got on the highway, and
As soon as we got on the highway, he
How
started
and why
grabbing
and
my
how a
face,
year to a
turning it,
year and a half.
spitting in it,
How and
calling
why
me
could you do
every
that?
dirty name
And she
that
said,
he
well,
could.
you know,
And I was
very
telling
cares
him
about
that
it.
he was right. Yep,
And
you're
you know,
right.
she's kind
Are
of
you
a
on
good
my? Are you
person.
on my TikTok?
I'm so sorry.
Well, go on
And
there.
he
Just
just
watch
going,
some
and
of
I
the
said,
stuff.
please
I'm not.
leave me
I
alone.
understand
I'm not
Just get
telling
home.
any
I
lies.
said,
I know you're not telling lies because I've listened to them.
I want to see
And
my
I said,
kids
honey, you
tomorrow.
gotta open
You
your
know.
Bible.
Yeah.
And
Anybody who's reading your Bible.
Wow.
I even stopped in front of the police station. I said, I'm gonna get out here. I wasn't talking to you.
But you know,
They're
we
very.
both.
His father and
And
him are very good talkers. And if you don't know him,
I stopped in
you're
front
going
of
to
the
get
police
sucked in.
station. I was gonna get out of
You
here.
will
Not if
get
you know
sucked
the
in.
Bible.
I know.
Not if you know the Bible.
Well, no, that's how he
He
operates.
said, I'm
He'll
not
talk
gonna
the
touch
Bible
you.
with
Don't
you.
worry
He'll
about
get
it.
you to
He's like, I'm
think
not
it's
gonna
all
touch
going to
you.
be
You're
this
not
great
worth
little
it.
congregation. And once
Later,
you're
Yeah.
in,
you know,
then he's going to
we
prey
get
on
home.
you.
Yeah.
Preach his sermons to
Not
you.
if
Get
you
ready
really
for
know
bed.
the Bible.
And I thought,
And the reason I can say that is because maybe a long
my
time
10-year-old
ago you
daughter
could have
sweet.
done
No,
that
I
too.
agree with you.
But
Every time I went, I mean,
And
I
I went,
supported the
and I laid
church
down
that
in
my
there,
wife was really in.
and I
Right.
heard
She
him
was involved
popping
in the
open
family,
another
so
beer
I
can,
don't,
and
I
I'm
want
just
to
laying there, and I'm shaking.
I couldn't stand
Please, God,
high school
don't
people.
go in
You
here.
know what I
Don't
mean?
let him. So he's
Yeah.
opening the door, you know,
And
saying stuff, and I'm
yeah,
telling him,
it's
yep,
really,
you're
really
right.
bad. It's very,
You're
very
right.
noticeable. Like how
Shut, slams the door,
particular it is. And
and he
it's
comes
just,
in again. Right,
it's just
my
super
daughter had a
unfortunate.
little
And
tray of
in
these
those
little
people,
bottles
I
of
mean,
perfume on her dresser.
oh,
He grabbed one of those bottles, he threw it, and hit me right here, split my lip open. It was gushing, like wouldn't stop. I'm a bleeder. So I'm in the bathroom.
Listen, we
The
raised
door's open.
$80,000
I'm in the bathroom, cold water over the sink, and his blood is just coming. He comes to the doorway of the bathroom, right? I turn to look at him and goes, what the fuck did you do to yourself?
That was his dad.
Jeez, you keep
I don't
doing that. Big
understand.
speak.
I don't understand. I don't.
Weird.
To me, he's just a little worm man. I mean, he's just a little.
Yeah, my mission is to close the church and get him out of pastoring.
I turned and I looked at him, and he said that to me. And then I seen his viscera up. I backed myself to the back wall, and he started coming at me.
Wow.
And I
say
went to
that.
slide down the wall, so maybe he would have, not
Just
got
with
me,
all
but
the
he got me.
financial and
That's
mental
when I
abuse
said
stuff.
my whole face.
Mm.
That's
Wow.
And there's
okay.
like many
But
other
out there, I
women.
drove out
That
there
was
and I
the
walked
last
the area.
time.
Yeah.
That was the last
Well,
time.
I'm glad that you made it out of there.
Yes.
That's
For my sake and for my children's sake, yes.
right.
And then he ends up dying in a
Well,
hotel.
drive out
Oh wow.
there.
With
And there's not many
heroin
people
and crack.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of like a really kind of
Yeah.
place, and they
I said
just
that's a
drag
good
us
way
and
to
they
go.
just
Right.
quiet and they don't even say hi to you.
Right.
You're going to hell, buddy.
Oh well, I'm glad that you're safe and you're better. Was that all in one message that they left that? So how long after you posted that did they reply?
As I keep looking at my stuff, like it sat there for a while. Nobody posted anything.
Like days or
It was a couple days.
was it?
That it was sitting out
Driving
there,
down the
and then
road, it's
they
beautiful,
reached out.
picturesque,
Nobody else reached out.
and then you see a
Did anybody respond to what they wrote?
Yeah, but they didn't
right after you go by the
understand
church.
it.
There's a great
Right.
place here.
People from different states, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they just
I'm from Indiana, so I'm still trying to catch up a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, what they wrote.
they have information, so
Just
maybe
leaving
that
for
would help.
Can I see the message again? I want to make sure that I get it like 100 exactly correct what they're saying cuz I want to start digging into it.
Listen. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's not on there.
Karen texted me some photos.
Here. It's on here. Let me go slow. 'Cause I was like,
Oops, I'm sorry.
You're fine.
I couldn't have made it anyway, Wayne. I'm 1,000 miles away.
That's all I
remember
put.
the way
I believe she was lured there.
Okay.
But listen, I want you to do me a favor.
And that's it.
Do you see the
But
three
you know, I got-
comments?
Yeah, 2 days.
Theirs and mine back to them.
Whoa,
reminding them.
that's it?
Yep. That's what I didn't understand.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna put
then
you on
I
speaker.
posted it even
Yeah, I
on
might want
You ready? My brother hasn't even met. You didn't meet him personally, right? All right. Well, I want you to share with these supporters what we were dealing with back when that all happened. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Wayne. Say hi to Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
Just give us your description of John Paul Miller and what you've experienced in your little bit of action with him.
Well, I only spoke to him a few times during certain circumstances where he was involved in causing separation and heartache in a family, and something that did not seem right about him. And my whole spirit rose up.
Wayne, just so you know, we are recording this, so keep it respectful.
Yeah. Well, why I don't care if you do.
I don't care either, but
All right, well, go ahead and say it.
We're good.
Tell it like you want to tell it. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. When you speak to somebody and you know that something isn't right, your spirit tells you.
That's
and
right.
I knew the first time I spoke to him, something wasn't quite right about him.
You had to interact with him on some emails.
He didn't seem like a pastor. He seemed like somebody very vindictive.
Well, what was going on back then that I needed to speak to you about that? Remember he wanted me to apologize?
I'm trying to remember now.
Remember the email about me having an issue with him at church, and we were discussing it, and you were trying to help me to think of something maybe to respond. The wording on the email that he sent because he called so late at night and stuff. And you were helping me probably send him an email.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time recalling that. I mean, I know it was about you and your wife working there and her being manipulated.
Yeah, like not getting compensated for pay and basically burning up her whole day and causing friction in my marriage.
And him causing separation, saying that she needs to do this and whatever. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to remember now because I'm not there. So, but it was not good.
And your feelings about when I had my Widowmaker, he didn't even bother calling, right?
No, it didn't seem like he cared too much about you as long as you were doing what he wanted you to do, and your wife was doing what he wanted her to do. And I just got bad vibes from him. I really felt like he was manipulating Tammy and causing separation in your marriage for selfish gain.
And my relationship with the church was what, basically. Well, I mean, what was I doing? I mean, I did a lot of work there. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, you did a lot of work, and you were doing things for the church, and you were trying to make your marriage a happy place by attending church and having God in your life. And it just didn't seem like that was his intentions.
Right.
It wasn't. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember now, Tom. I'm glad I don't live down there and never attended that church.
Well, I just remember you calling me, telling me that you were sending emails out to him because of what was going on in the church, and I was sharing it with you, and I was asking your advice of what I should do or how I should respond because I cared about the church, and I didn't really want to tell him to F off, but and you were trying to help me with that letter, remember?
You were proud of what you did for that church, and you were being a humble servant to the church and God, and he seemed to take quite a bit of advantage of that, is what I remember.
Yeah, I quit my job basically and spent the year remodeling that place.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw that on a video yesterday. You sure did.
Yeah.
Really? And you never gave a dime.
Well, yep. Well, I got a box of coffee and a plaque.
$245,000.
And I wasn't looking for compensation on that. I mean, but he broke the promise, so now I'm like, okay, well,
you're flying around in a plane and you're not producing any services, then pay up.
Well,
all right, but listen, my brother Wayne, he's not a pastor, but he knows the Bible. And would you just could you just do a prayer for Micah over the phone for us? And all the Justice for Micah supporters, and because I may post this, so I'd appreciate it if you do like a little prayer over Micah at the courthouse.
All right. Heavenly Father, I thank and praise you for the amount of people in the turnout today for Micah. The people that know and understand something isn't quite right about this. Lord, I ask for your blessings right now over this entire situation, and that you would bring the truth to light. That people that are accountable need to be held just that, accountable for what they have done. Young lady, Lord, I pray right now that you put your spirit and power into that church and convict anybody of wrongdoing and bring down that pastor if he is doing evil things and separating people from you. Lord, I thank and praise you right now that everybody that knows this man knows something isn't right. This just doesn't happen to a young girl. You know how he got that girl, Lord. You know what he's been doing in that church. You know the people he's been manipulating, and he's been using it for selfish gain. Lord, I thank you right now that people are standing up for Micah, and that things are going to go forward and the truth will be seen. I just thank and praise you for that, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Hey, brother. One more last question. John Paul Miller. I went to a protest, and he's basically accused me of breaking into the church, stealing mom's plaque, and burning it into the church fire pit, and that he's definitely afraid of me, scared for his life. And he's also said that I'm a well-known heavy drug dealer, user.
Wait, don't forget
I get elderly women to sign their deeds over the house. Would you respond to all that?
Yes. Yeah, that came out yesterday.
How can I respond to that? That sounds like a man that's trying to cover his ass.
Yes.
Definitely not true. And usually,
what kind of man am I, Wayne? What kind of man am I?
No, you're a good man, and you're definitely not that. And I know you've helped a lot of people out, and you were one of my closest brothers that I had. But I can tell you right now, usually when somebody is accusing other people and doing stuff like that, they've got something to hide.
It's called projection.
It's pretty simple. We all know that. I'm surprised he didn't bring my name up into it. And I've only talked to him briefly in emails and stuff.
Well, Wayne, he told me he met me because I was a heavy drug user and needed help.
Yeah, that's not true.
Wayne, I'm just going to comment on something that you said.
Wayne, do I drink?
Never.
I don't drink either. So you're talking to two straight-laced individuals right now. I 100% agree with what you said about when you know the Bible, you're what I call God guts. You know, your intuition tells you when somebody's off and somebody's not. And I've only talked to your brother today for the first time in my life, and he's a God guy. He's a God guy. He's a true God guy.
You don't need to go to the house to love Jesus.
That's
I can tell you that. That house, I want to see.
Well, Tommy, Bobby's calling me, so I got to let you go. But God bless you all.
Nice to meet you, Wayne.
A good fight for Micah.
Nice to talk to you.
I love you, brother. And if you go around the family anything with Aunt Bertha, tell them, send them my wishes. There's no way I could possibly make it, but I'm praying.
Right,
I'm praying about it.
I'll call you back. I love you. Bye.
God bless you, Wayne. Bye.
Hey, can I get that? And you can do whatever you want with that. Yeah. You can send me an email because I'm going to post it right online. Yeah. Do you mind? There's no names.
As long as you don't come after me.
No, he ain't coming after.
Listen, I'm not scared of him.
Look at mother's plaque.
It was my plaque.
Read it.
My
It's like, read it.
That was the
Read
one he gave me
plaque.
on the stage. Look at the
Because you-
video.
I know.
People in these kind of situations get real
They
stupid.
get, I
I'm
know.
sure
Listen,
CJ
before
sees it all the
before
time.
Micah's passing, I what is this?
A message I got back from Justice for Johanna Lawrence. Read this.
My glasses.
Okay.
But send it to me.
It says, yes, our
Okay,
family.
go ahead.
Yes, our family is from Florence, South Carolina, where the Millers started their churches. Ironically, our estate cases involving missing millions got moved to the same probate court Micah's estate is in now.
So these people know
This
that.
is back from
Send that to me.
1971.
My
I will.
email. You got my number?
Yeah. We had friends who lost money to the Miller family, allegedly almost $700,000.
Yeah, people need to see that.
When the Millers
I,
would.
I believe, Micah is
Yes.
not here because she was getting ready
These
to expose
people
the
that
church.
might be the Millers on this too, though, because it goes on to say we had when we started. All right, when the Millers would go to sell a church in Florence, it would suspiciously just burn down. We have so many stories we could share.
I posted that on my
I did
TikTok.
too.
I posted the whole video about that.
When we started exposing fraudulent asset transfers in my family's case, my wife was stalked, harassed, threatened, tires slashed, home broken into, computer devices hacked, followed everywhere, and the list goes on and on. The corruption runs deep. Yeah, there's two churches.
Yeah.
The Bible College and the church, the first church. Yep.
What?
And he probably let them on
Because
for
they were
insurance
suspiciously,
purposes.
yep.
Because the buildings were run down.
And he was paying.
The church that he sold,
paying
JP,
the officials.
the church he sold, that old chapel.
Right.
I mean, it needed thousands of dollars worth of work.
Right.
Yeah.
We have sent tips into both tip lines and haven't gotten a response. The attorney who facilitated these people here, what we believe to be fraudulent asset transfers, also showed up and unalive in 2023 with the lawyer.
Listen, if Mike
After also ironically calling 911 to say he was about to take his life. But lots of people have questions. Again, they're just an hour from Myrtle Beach.
You go to Lumberton, you bring some spray bug stuff.
Yeah, I heard you say that yesterday.
And wear heavy clothing because I was.
We've also picked up.
Yeah, I was there yesterday.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, you can't breathe and you're breathing it in.
Yeah.
Wear a mask too.
All right, I'll send that to you.
Listen, if you go out there, you're gonna see what I see.
Yeah.
It's not pretty. It's not a pretty
We're gonna
place.
go together.
Why
When
I'm
you
saying
go
this
back.
is not a pretty place. I can't imagine Micah going down this muggy little trail to go take her life. She would have went to the ocean if she was going to unalive herself.
That's
Listen,
what I would
JP
see.
is capable
Like
of
at
pushing
the
her.
state
I
park.
guarantee he's responsible. If we could somehow get his phone and scan his phone,
I know.
if he ever said, go on yourself,
Right.
he's responsible.
Right.
There was just a case. A young guy telling his girlfriend, and she didn't say nothing. She,
Well,
basically
that's already been
and
done.
And she got convicted.
She went to jail. Yeah, she went to
So
jail.
it's just that alone. I mean, you're gonna see. She would have went to the ocean.
Yeah, the oil, the water looks like oil out there. It's so gross.
I know, but I'm just hypothetically. If he pushed her to do it, just saying, she would be at the ocean. Speculation.
She would have done. Yeah, she's
She
close
wouldn't be
there.
out in that buggy,
She
nasty
could have
water.
Myrtle Beach
None of
State
it makes
Park.
sense.
No, there's no trail
can
to
a
it.
30-year-old
You gotta walk.
Observation things here.
Yeah.
You go right over here. That's where the bag was. You go a little bit further down. The gun's there. She got shot there. And what they do? Pick her up and bring her over to the other side of the
Right.
dump her body in there.
Right.
But how does a 30-year-old even call anybody and say, I don't know where I am?
Yeah.
Wait, well, and you gotta, this is what I was saying to everybody, you have to search in to get there in the first place. And then, like, the route.
Kind of a burnt up case out there.
Yeah.
The route doesn't make sense.
We need
And
to
Lumberton
pick them on all this other stuff.
But it's circumstantial. Circumstantial cases today are as good as DNA. I mean, that's how they just got shed day ballots.
We have enough, not even that happening. We have enough to freaking put them away and tear that church down. Just all the other stuff.
But it's not over till it's over. Just like Guy
I
said.
want justice. I want to know it. We have enough stuff to put them away and take that church down until we can't hurt anybody else. And that's really what her mission was. I mean, that's what her last few videos were. What would God think of this? We'll watch the last couple videos.
I watched them all.
All right, well, I love you guys.
Be in touch.
Don't pull your beads out.
Are you gonna go back up there sometime? Because I took GoPro and it's just
Yeah, call me. I'll
there
take a ride
Sunday?
back
I
out
got
there
the
with you.
same-
I'd like to go out there with you. If
What's
you
your
decide
first
to go,
name?
give me a call. You got my number.
Yeah.
I met you
Okay.
last.
Yeah, I'm
I've
free
met
all
you
the time.
last
Okay.
Sunday.
I love you guys. Take
Thank
care.
you. Appreciate you.
Bye, Tom. Have a good one. Be in touch. All right. Bye. Yeah, be safe. Watch your back so you don't be running around.
All right.
Be careful, spider.
We're gonna have to check out his TikTok too.
Oh, hey, I'm not. You want to know something really weird? I
That
was
is
on my
really
TikTok.
weird.
Listen, I was on my TikTok, and I was on my TikTok. Hang on, let me see if I can get it. I was on my TikTok, and I just deleted the Spider-Man giving me a finger.
That was you that took the picture?
No, well maybe I did. I can't remember. But anyways, I'm in my TikTok.
You gotta have
I deleted them off the TikTok, and then I did something, and I went back into my messages, and a little Spider-Man in the screen jumped down into my freaking chat,
gosh.
and I had to delete it again.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not joking.
What?
Oh, wow. That's
He
scary.
has very intelligent computer people
Yes, he does.
working for him.
Oh, yeah. Spider-Man.
Interesting.
I'm not joking. I'm not
Even
making this up.
Wi-Fi.
It jumped off the screen down into my chat. It was like a quick flash, and I caught it.
I've seen trolls in those
And I'm like,
chats a lot.
he's hacked my account.
Dang. Thank you. Appreciate you.
I gotta go through this.
Okay.
Do you? Where are you at?
I'm going this way.
All right. Are you want to call me later so we can
Yeah.
chat about when you want to go back out? What are you thinking? Were you
I'm
gonna be
not
here till Sunday or no?
It's still up in the air. I don't know. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna figure out the next few days.
All right.
Because I really would like to go back out
All right.
to that place too. And if we go, I'll let you know.
Why
And
don't you call me when you get where you're going?
Okay.
All right, honey.
Appreciate you. Whoa. Wow, that's a lot of crazy shit.
That really was. Wow.
Sorry, I didn't have the earphone in very much. Hold on, let me put this down. I'm gonna free my hands up here. I got so much stuff in my hands. One second, my headphone just fell out. All right, that's a lot of stuff to look up, everybody. All right, I'm back. That's a lot of stuff to look up. The message, she said, did you guys hear the lady that left a message in the Justice for Micah Facebook group? Just said, where did you lure her? Or something to that effect. And then another Justice for another person's channel or Facebook group came and left all that comment on that lady's message, and that was the only messages, the back and forth. So I got a screen recording of that too. And then Tony on TikTok, Tom, I'm sorry, TOMSAVARD 11, and I'm going to be going back out to yeah, I don't know. I just came this way. I didn't even know where it was at.
All right, yeah.
Thank you again.
So you have a channel, right?
Yeah, Evil CJ on YouTube. All right, buddy. Thank you. Awesome. So check out Tom SAVARD 11. We're going to be checking out. I'm just going to have to get a TikTok, y'all. Here, let me
Is it time? Yeah.
switch the camera here. The settings. Ugh. Oh my gosh, come on, StreamYard. Jeez. Come on. There we go. So much crap. Alright. Trying to do this here. Okay. Yeah, Tom. Then I'm going to send him the phone call that he got. That was his brother Wayne that he was talking to. Yeah, I need a TikTok, you guys. I think I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to have to, I don't know. I got to really think. So I need to get back out there, you know. And that'll be cool to go explore that area with Tom, because I would like to have him on. I'm going to see if he wants to come on, because with my GoPro, the GoPro that I took and the stuff that we talked about this morning, that's basically, oh my gosh, these cords. That's basically what I was saying, you know, when it came to
Exactly.
the area when I was out there, you know, it just didn't make sense. Even the route. The route doesn't make sense either.
None of it.
Yeah, what's cool about this hat is this actually glows in the dark. The letters, it glows green in the dark. So that way if I'm out at night, you can see what it says. I'm muted? Shouldn't be.
No. I think it's a bit of a delay. There.
Spotify just started. Hold on. Why do I have music playing? Oh my gosh, hold on. I love you, Eric Clapton, but not right now. Lay down, Sally. Don't need it. All right. Very interesting stuff, man. We gotta look up some stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna download this stuff on the way back home, and then we'll show it later. It is toasty out today. Hold on 1 second. All right, let me see here. Let's get you. Hold on. All right, there we go. I'll be right back.
Cherry, yeah. It looks like the TikTok is gonna happen. Possibly. Yeah, today was really good. Really, really good coverage. You guys are all suffering with heat. Sorry.
All right. It is hot. It is toasty.
Seems like it,
And
yeah.
it is. Oh, and my headset keeps falling out of my damn ear. Oh, I wish I could get a really good wireless microphone headset. It drives me nuts having these damn cords all over the place. All right, hold on. All right, so we got that. I'm going to switch to something. Let's see. Let's go with this one. All right. All right, just give me one moment here. I'm getting everything transitioned to the vehicle.
Okay.
Ugh. And then I'm going to pull up the computer. Actually, let me get this thing running. Get the air blowing. We're going to sit here for a few while I download these videos. So, give me another moment here. And let's see, is this going to reach? Yeah, it'll reach. Okay. I can talk to you guys while I get this going. Yeah, I had to talk to Sam. Sam said he was getting threats, and he asked me if it was okay if I took down the video. So I went ahead and took that down. I'm glad everybody got to, because this is what I told him, and I said, dude, and he was very polite about it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll take it down for sure, dude. Like, I totally understand. And I told him, I was like, dude, it was such a, because I'm sure you heard us talking when I first got here. I was like, dude, it was such a powerful message that you had, man. You know, but that's what he's doing. He's threatening people, All right, hold on. Let's do this. Let's lower this guy a little bit. All right, we'll get you right there for now. All these damn cords. All right, give me 1 second. We're just getting it powered up here. Oh. Whew. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to get a TikTok.
Yeah, it seems like that's where everything is now.
Yeah. All right, so let's. Okay, so I need to transport these items. So I'm going to get this stuff transported real quick. And then we're going to play it before I get going.
Good. Sounds good.
So I want you guys to see this shit. This is crazy. I know that you heard her. Could you guys hear her talk okay when she was talking about the message that she got back in return from that Justice for Johanna group?
Yeah.
Did you guys get to hear that?
Yeah, we can.
Let me see here. So let's go to, let me go here. Okay, we'll go here. Let's see here, the phone. Now if let me see, I think it's under, let's see, it's under movies. Whoa, there's a lot in there. What? Hold on. I'll play it for you guys. I just got to find the file. It's in my phone. I took a video of it. Why in the heck? All right. I'm going to let that load up for a second. Let me transfer you to the dash so I can shut this door. Ooh-wee. Sam is a member, or was a member of Solid Rock. He was a bass player for Solid Rock. He was there for the service when JP announced that Micah had passed. And he was one of the ones that left in the very beginning. Now, when I was talking to the protesters there, they said it was down to 50 people to 30 people right off the bat. Right off the bat. So it wasn't something that was gradual. This was something that, literally just
It was abrupt,
right away.
yeah.
It wasn't a. Now, I had thought maybe it might have been a gradual thing, but apparently not. It was right away when it took place. Let's see. All right, so let's plug that in. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I have no freaking room in here. Oh, okay, let's get this window rolled up. All right, let me see here. Let's see, here. Okay, we'll move all those over. The device is unreachable. What? All right, hold on. All right. All right, so let's. Device is unreachable. What the hell does that mean? The phone?
Is it overheating again?
No. I think something's up with the cord. 1 second. Alright, so now I should be hooked back up. Okay, so let's go here, here, here. Alright. We'll copy all these. Oh, come on, computer. Alright, so there's that. Let me see where else. Let's see. Sorry, I'm just trying to see. Oh my gosh, I have no freaking room in here. I'm just trying to see where all these might be. Let's see, DCI. Let's see, recordings. Okay. So I got some stuff downloading right now. And then I can power up the computer and screen share it for you guys. So now I know what I got bit by because I have bites all up and down my arm. And Tom, he was like, "Yeah, make sure you go out." And he looked at my arm. He's like, "Yeah, you." It's like, "Yeah, I was out there too." My arm is bit up. Both of them are. You don't even notice either.
What is it though that bit you?
What video had to be taken down? Oh, the video where Sam, we were at the protest and Sam came out there and had a powerful message. He just said, he's like, "I apologize. You know, it was emotion." And I'm like, "Hey, man, we're human. You know, that's what we're made from is emotion." He's like, "I just wish I would have worded a couple things a little differently." And he said, you know, that JP saw the video and started sending him threatening messages regarding the video that I put up. So, and I told him it wasn't a problem. Like, I just wanted to thank him for his message that he had when he came out there. Very powerful. He said, "Don't worry about taking the live down." He's like, "Don't worry about the live. Just, if you could, just a little video that you put out." So I said it was no problem. You know, we don't want anybody getting hurt either. But I don't know. He's anything. They said he's got some major computer people working for him too. So before y'all open a link or something, just ask yourself, do you think it's secure? All right. Any of the content creators, just ask yourself, does it just be aware. That's all. Tom said he had some Spider-Man jump while he was in his TikTok message feed. He said a Spider-Man jumped down on his chat screen. He's like, "What?" Excuse me. Just be aware. All right, just a couple minutes for that. I'm just trying to see here. Let's see, 2, 3, 14. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what kind of tools it is or what. All right, so that's done. And I don't think it's any of those videos. Those look like drone videos. All of them look like drone videos. So it's not in there. Let's see. Screenshots camera. Let's see. Okay, there it is right there. All right. So let's copy those. Let's copy that. Let's copy that. All right, so we'll transfer those over and I'll screen share this with you guys so you guys can hear it and see it for yourself. All right, so we got 3 minutes. 3 minutes until it's done, and then I'm going to show you guys, and then I'll get online with my computer, and then I'll be able to screen share this recording. And if there's any mods in here, if you can do me a favor, if you have TikTok, I'm just going to have to set one up. At Tom, SAVARD 11. If you guys want to send some links that we can check out a little later. We can check some of those out. I'll get in contact with him. We're going to be making up, going up there together to Lombard River State Park.
Katrina says she's got it.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, we're going to have to check out his. I'd like to have him on too, because, man, the stuff that he was saying, I don't know if you guys caught a lot of it or any of it.
Yeah.
I really wish I could find a good wireless microphone that has a fuzz. Yeah, I just can't find a good one. All right, so once that's done, 10 seconds, then I got to power up. Then I'm going to get in StreamYard here, and then I'll be able to share it with you guys. Okay, so let me close out of that. Let's switch that to mobile hotspot. Okay, let's open that up. All right, StreamYard. Okay. Okay, enter studio. All right, mute. Enter. Okay. Now let me screen share. Let me show you this here. Let's see, video. Okay, so let me see here. Okay, so C16. Okay, so probably this one first. Let's see.
Third there.
Okay.
But listen, I want you to do me a favor.
And that's it.
Do you see the 3 comments?
Yeah,
it's theirs and mine back to them, thanking them.
That's it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is me talking to her, and then we kind of transition into the conversation with him, okay?
That's what I didn't understand.
Okay, I'm gonna
And
put
then
you on
I
speaker.
posted it even
Y'all
on.
might want to listen to this. Excuse me.
You ready? And my brother hasn't even met. You didn't meet him personally, right? All right. Well, I want you to share with these supporters what we were dealing with back when that all happened. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Wayne. Say hi to Wayne.
Hi, Wayne.
Just give us your description of John Paul Miller and what you've experienced in your little bit of action with him.
Well, I only spoke to him a few times during certain circumstances where he was involved in causing separation and heartache in a family, and something that did not seem right about him. And
Just so you know, Wayne,
rose up.
just so you know, we are recording this, so keep it respectful.
Yeah. Well,
I don't care if you do.
I don't care either, but
All right. Well, go ahead and say
We're
it.
We're good.
Tell it like you want to tell it. Then.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. When you speak to somebody and you know that something isn't right, your spirit tells you.
That's
and
right.
I knew the first time I spoke to him, something wasn't quite right about him.
And you had interaction with him on some emails.
Yeah, and he didn't seem like a pastor. He seemed like somebody very vindictive.
Well, what was going on back then that I needed to speak to you about that? What remember he wanted me to apologize?
I'm trying to remember now.
Remember the email about me having an issue with him at church, and we were discussing it, and you were trying to help me to think of something maybe to respond, the wording on the email that he sent because he called so late at night and stuff, and you were helping me probably send him an email.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time recalling that. I mean, I know it was about you and your wife working there and her being manipulated.
Yeah, like not getting compensated for pay and basically burning up her whole day and causing friction in my marriage.
And him causing separation, saying that she needs to do this and whatever. But yeah, it's kind of hard for me to remember now because I'm not there. So, but it was not good.
And your feelings about when I had my Widowmaker, he didn't even bother calling, right?
No.
Good.
No, it didn't seem like he cared too much about you as long as you were doing what he wanted you to do, and your wife was doing what he wanted her to do. And I just got bad vibes from him. I really felt like he was manipulating Tammy and causing separation in your marriage for selfish gain.
Yeah. And my relationship with the church was what, basically. Well, I mean, what was I doing? I mean, I did a lot of work there. That's what I was getting at.
Yeah, you did a lot of work, and you were doing things for the church, and you were trying to make your marriage a happy place by attending church and having God in your life, and it just didn't seem like that was his intentions.
Right.
It wasn't. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember now, Tom. I'm glad I don't live down there and never attended that church.
Well, I just remember you calling me, telling me that you were sending emails out to him because of what was going on in the church, and I was sharing it with you, and I was asking your advice of what I should do or how I should respond because I cared about the church, and I didn't really want to tell him to F off, but and you were trying to help me with that letter, remember?
You were proud of what you did for that church, and you were being a humble servant to the church and God, and he seemed to take quite a bit of advantage of that, is what I remember.
Yeah, I quit my job basically and spent a year remodeling that place.
Whoa.
Yeah. I saw that on a video yesterday. You sure did. Yeah.
Really?
And he never gave him a dime.
What?
Yep.
Well, I got a box.
He owes
I
him
got
what,
a box of coffee.
$245,000.
It's so
And
generous.
I wasn't looking for compensation on that. I mean, but he broke the promise, so now I'm like, okay, well,
You're flying around in a plane and you're not
Yeah.
you're not producing any services. Then pay up, Buttercup.
$245,000.
All right, but listen, my brother Wayne, he's not a pastor, but he knows the Bible. And would you just could you just do a prayer for Micah over the phone for us? And all the Justice for Micah supporters, and because I may post this, so I'd appreciate it if you'd do like a little prayer over Micah at the courthouse here.
All right. Heavenly Father, I thank and praise you for the amount of people in the turnout today for Micah. The people that know and understand something isn't quite right about this. Lord, I ask for your blessings right now over this entire situation, and that you would bring the truth to light. That people that are accountable need to be held just that, accountable for what they have done to this young lady. Lord, I pray right now that you put your spirit and power into that church and convict anybody of wrongdoing and bring down that pastor if he is doing evil things and separating people from you. Lord, I thank and praise you right now that everybody that knows this man knows something isn't right. This just doesn't happen to a young girl. You know how he got that girl, Lord. You know what he's been doing in that church. You know the people he's been manipulating, and he's been using it for selfish gain. Lord, I thank you right now that people are standing up for Micah, and that things are going to go forward and the truth will be seen. I just thank and praise you for that, Lord, in Jesus' name.
In Jesus'
Amen.
name, amen.
Amen. Hey,
Amen.
brother, one
Thank you,
more
Wayne.
one more last question. John Paul Miller. I went to a protest, and he's basically accused me of breaking into the church, stealing mom's plaque, and burning it into the church fire pit, and that he's definitely afraid of me, scared for his life.
Previous
And
drug dealer.
he's also said that I'm a well-known heavy drug dealer user.
Wait, don't forget you're
And
trying to get women's
I
money.
get elderly women to sign their deeds over the house. Would you respond to all that?
What? Yes.
Yeah, that came out
How
yesterday.
can I respond to that? That sounds like a man that's trying to cover his ass.
Yes.
Definitely not true. And usually,
What kind of man am I, Wayne? What kind of man am I?
now you're a good man, and you're definitely not that. And I know you've helped a lot of people out, and you were one of my closest brothers that I had. But I can tell you right now, usually when somebody is accusing other people and doing stuff like that, they've got something to hide.
It's called projection.
It's pretty simple. We all know that. I'm surprised he didn't bring my name up into it. And I've only talked to him briefly in emails and stuff.
Well, Wayne, he told me he met me because I was a heavy drug user and needed help.
Yes.
Yeah, that's not true.
Wayne, I'm just going to comment on something that you said.
Wayne, do
Ain't
I
that
drink?
crazy?
Never.
I don't
'Cause
drink.
he-
I don't drink either. So you're
claiming
talking to
he
straight-laced
helped
individuals.
him because
I
he
don't
was a
drink.
heavy
I
drug user.
100% agree
It's
with
crazy.
what you said about when you know the Bible. Your what I call God guts. Your intuition tells you when somebody's off and somebody's not. And I've only talked to your brother today for the first time in my life, and he's a God guy. He's a God guy. He's a true God guy.
Yes.
You don't need to go to the house to love Jesus.
That's
I can
right.
Tell you
No,
that.
you
that
don't.
house,
Read your
that
Bible.
house, I
Is it-
want to
All
see.
Read your Bible.
Well,
turn.
Tommy, Bobby's calling me, so I gotta let you go. But God bless you all.
Nice to
and
meet you,
keep up
Wayne.
the good fight for Micah.
All right, I love
Nice
you.
to talk to you,
I love you,
Wayne.
brother. And if you go around the family anything with Aunt Bertha, tell them send them my wishes. There's no way I could possibly make it, but I'm
All
praying.
right,
I'm
let
praying
me
about it.
get Bob's call. I'll call you back. I love you.
Yes, our
Alright, come,
family.
go ahead.
Yes, our family is from Florence, South Carolina, where the Millers started their churches. Ironically, our estate cases involving missing millions got moved to the same probate court Micah's estate is in now.
So these people know
This
that.
is back from
Send that to my
1971.
my
I
phone
will.
email. You got my number?
Yeah.
Okay.
We had friends who lost money to the Miller family, allegedly almost $700,000.
Yeah, people need to see that.
When the Millers
'Cause I believe Micah is
Yes.
not here because she was getting ready to
These
expose the
people,
church.
it might be the Millers on this too, though, because it goes on to say when we started, all right, when the Millers would go to sell a church in Florence, it would suspiciously just burn down. We have so many stories we could share.
I posted that on my
I did
TikTok.
too.
I posted the whole video about that.
When we started exposing fraudulent asset transfers in my family's case, my wife was stalked, harassed, threatened, tires.
And I'm going to pause that real quick. If you guys can find that video, please send it to me because I'd like to play that one when it comes to all the stuff she's talking about. Tom says that there's a lot of stuff on TikTok that he's came out with regarding this stuff. So this right here is very interesting.
slashed, home broken into, computer devices hacked,
Yeah. Same thing you
followed
did to Micah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and the list goes on and on.
But
The
there was two
corruption
churches that
runs
there
deep.
two churches
there's
burned
two
down.
churches.
Yeah.
The Bible College and the church,
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
church. Yep.
And he probably lit them on fire.
Oh, he did because
for
they were
insurance
suspiciously.
purposes. Yeah.
Yep.
See what I'm
The
saying?
buildings were
Two
run
churches?
And he
What
was
is this?
paying-
This
the church
is
that
stuff
he
I.
sold
paying
JP.
the officials.
The church he sold.
Yeah,
Old
we need to
Chapel,
look into
I mean,
this.
It needed thousands of dollars worth of work.
Right. We have sent tips into both tip lines and haven't gotten a response. The attorney who facilitated these people here, what we believe to be fraudulent asset transfers, also showed up and unalive in 2023 with the lawyer.
Listen, if Mike
After also ironically calling 911 to say he was about to take his life. But lots of people have questions. Again, they're just an hour from
See how
Myrtle Beach.
similar?
Bring some spray.
See how similar this is?
And wear heavy clothing because
Okay, so that was that one. I'm gonna play that one more time so you guys can get that.
It says, yes, our family.
Go ahead.
Yes, our family is from Florence, South Carolina, where the Millers started their churches.
And this came because this is what she left, right?
Is lured there.
Okay.
Well, listen, I want you to do me a favor.
This right here.
Do you see
I'm
the
gonna put
3
you on.
comments?
Okay, that's what she wrote. I believe she was lured there. That's all she wrote. And then Justice for Johanna left this as a response to her comment. It's crazy. Yeah,
It's theirs and mine back to them, thanking them.
That's it?
Yes, that's what I didn't understand. And then I posted it even
Y'all might
on.
want to listen to this.
To me.
It says, yes, our family.
Go ahead.
Yes, our family is from Florence, South Carolina, where the Millers started their churches. Ironically, our estate cases involving missing millions got moved to the same probate court Micah's estate is in now.
So these people know
This
them.
is back from
Send that to
1971.
my
I
phone
will.
email. You got my number?
Yeah.
1971.
Friends who lost money to the Miller family, allegedly almost $700,000.
Yeah, people need to see that.
When the Millers,
I believe Micah is
Yes.
not here because she was getting ready to
these
expose the
people,
church.
it might be the Millers on this too, though, because it goes on to say when we started, all right, when the Millers would go to sell a church in Florence, it would suspiciously just burn down. We have so many stories we could share.
I posted that on my
I
TikTok.
did too.
I posted the whole video about that.
When we started exposing fraudulent asset transfers in my family's case, my wife was stalked, harassed, threatened, tires slashed, home broken into, computer devices hacked,
same thing you
followed
did to Micah.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and the list goes on and on.
But
The
there was two
corruption
churches that-
runs
there are
deep.
two churches
there's
burned
two
down.
churches.
Yeah.
The Bible
Two
College and the
churches.
church.
Yeah.
the
Burned
first
down.
church, yep.
And he probably lit them on fire.
Oh, he did because
for
they were
insurance
suspiciously,
purposes. Yeah,
yep.
because the buildings were run down.
And he was paying.
The church that he sold,
he's paying
JP,
the officials.
the church he sold, that old chapel. I
Right.
mean, it needed thousands of dollars worth of work.
Right. We have sent tips into both tip lines and haven't gotten a response. The attorney who facilitated these people here, what we believe to be fraudulent asset transfers, also showed up and unalive in 2023 with the lawyer.
Listen, if Mike
After also ironically calling 911 to say he was about to take his life. But lots of people have questions. Again, they're just an hour from Myrtle Beach.
You go to Lumberton, you bring some spray bug stuff.
Yeah, I heard you
and
say that yesterday.
wear heavy clothing because
Okay. Isn't that crazy? Since 1971, it got transferred to that courthouse that we were standing in front of today.
Yeah, that is insane.
As each day goes on, it just gets deeper.
Yeah, exactly.
It just gets deeper. All right. Let me see here. Let's see if there's anything else. I think that's it. Now, they're trying to pass a law, Micah's law. I did get a recording of that as well. and we can play that. So I did get another audio source for that because I knew it might not be that good for the recording. I could only get so close. So I went ahead and did that. We'll go ahead and play that later. I'm not sure what's going on for the evening. I'm gonna try and do a show. I'm not gonna get back till about 6:30 or so. So we'll see what I'll try and go live tonight because there is other videos I want to share with you guys, especially the this video right here where it's like what Tom was saying too, and what I've been saying with this video here. There's no way that Micah's walking through all of that over to our left here. And then let me show the last one, because that's walking there. Now this will show, let's see, let's remove this, let's remove this. Here, let's just do this. So it's going to show all of that. It just, you're not, like he was saying, like I was saying when I got there, you're not this over to the left here. And then like he was saying, right over there is where she was found. Back here is where the bag and stuff was found. Okay. Saying right there the bag and stuff was found. Okay. Now when you go to watch this video when you're leaving, you're basically having to walk to the right to go get to that area because any trail doesn't lead you over there. So you're not, like he said, if she wanted to be found, if she was going to do that, she's not going to go there, walk through water that looks like oil, bugs, all of this stuff. Even he said it doesn't make sense. Not over here. You can see how thick it is. It's just not happening. So I want to say thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and shut it down here. I want to say thank you guys for hanging out. Thank you, Rosie, for hopping up and hanging out with us on panel today. Thank you all for being here to support justice for Micah, bringing awareness to it. And we're going to be doing some more things. So I wanted to say thank you. Be a little drive back, and then we'll see what's going on for tonight. So I appreciate y'all. We will see you on the next live. Thank you, Rosie. Thank you, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Authorized personnel.